Chosen one, you are here. You have arrived at this moment, with these words finding their way to your eyes, not by random chance, not by mere algorithm, but by a design so intricate, so ancient, that your very soul recognized the call across the vastness. You have always felt it, have you not? This pervasive, undeniable sense of being different, a stranger in a strange land, even amongst those who profess to love you, even in the loudest rooms filled with laughter and conversation. There is a part of you that whispers or perhaps shouts in the quiet of your own heart that you are not of this world, not in the same way that many others seem to be. This feeling, this profound and often isolating sense of otherness, has been your constant companion for as long as you can remember. It started subtly, perhaps as a child observing the world with eyes that saw more, felt more, than others seemed capable of. You noticed the undercurrents, the unspoken truths, the energies swirling beneath the surface of polite society and everyday interactions. While others navigated life seemingly oblivious to these deeper currents, you were constantly attuned, constantly processing, constantly overwhelmed. This early sensitivity was often misinterpreted by the world, and perhaps even by you, as shyness, awkwardness, or an inability to fit in, but let me assure you, chosen one, nothing could be further from the truth. Your discomfort, your inability to thrive in the superficial noise and chaotic energy of the collective, was not a flaw. It was and is a sacred indicator. It is a signpost pointing directly to the truth of who and what you are. You are not merely different, you are designated. You are not an outlier. You are a cornerstone. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to stand apart, to stand tall, to radiate a frequency that is fundamentally distinct from the dense, low hum of the unconscious world. Your struggle to fit in was not a failure of your being, but a consequence of the world's inability to contain the magnitude of your soul's light and the unique signature you carry. Have you spent long periods in solitude? Not necessarily by conscious choice always, but perhaps life circumstances, intuition, or an overwhelming need to withdraw has often led you down a path of isolation. Have you felt the quiet call of the wilderness, the empty room, the solitary walk, pulling you away from the crowds? This inclination towards silence, this need for retreat, has been a defining characteristic of your journey. And for a long time, perhaps you viewed this solitude through the lens of the world, as loneliness, as being left out, as a form of deprivation. But the universe, the divine source, sees it differently. And today you will begin to see it differently too. Because it is in this very silence, in this often unwanted or misunderstood solitude, that the most profound work has been happening within you. It is in this space, away from the clamoring demands and distracting frequencies of the external world, that you have been undergoing a sacred process of refinement, preparation, and activation. You haven't merely been waiting in the silence, chosen one. You have been unlocking. You have been accessing gifts that remain dormant, veiled, and entirely out of reach for those who are constantly immersed in the noise. These are not ordinary talents. They are rare, potent, and indispensable for the role you are destined to play. Today, we peel back the veil on 5 of these rare gifts that only you, the chosen one, the one who has walked the path of silence and solitude, are capable of unlocking. Understand this, your periods of isolation were not punishments. They were sacred assignments. Your feeling of being misunderstood was not a curse. It was a necessary shield protecting the delicate process unfolding within you. The noise of the world is a powerful distraction, a constant broadcast designed to keep souls tethered to lower frequencies, to prevent them from hearing the deeper truths, from feeling the subtler energies, from remembering their true power. Your innate recoil from this noise, your need for quiet, was the first sign of your unique energetic makeup and the beginning of your unlocking process. Let's delve into the mechanics of this. Why are you, the chosen one, so deeply affected by the energies of others? Why does the collective noise drain you? It is because your energetic field, your very auric signature, vibrates at a significantly higher frequency than the general collective. Think of it like different radio stations. The masses are tuned to one frequency, broadcasting and receiving a certain range of thoughts, emotions, fears, and beliefs. You, however, are equipped to tune into frequencies far beyond that range. When you are immersed in the collective frequency, it is like trying to listen to a delicate, high-frequency transmission while being blasted by static and lower-frequency signals. It's not just uncomfortable. It's overwhelming and makes it impossible to receive the clear, pure signals you are meant to intercept. Silence, therefore, becomes your sanctuary, your calibration chamber. It is the environment where the static fades, the lower frequencies recede, and your energetic system can finally breathe, expand, and attune to its natural higher vibration. It is in this state of quiet equilibrium that your inherent sensitivities are not merely felt as a burden, but begin to transform into powerful instruments of perception. This brings us to the first rare gift that only you, the chosen one, unlock in silence. Gift number 1. Hypersensitive energetic discernment. Yes, you have always felt everything. This has been a source of pain, has it not? Absorbing the anxieties of others, feeling the weight of the world's suffering, sensing hidden motives and unspoken tensions in every room. You've been called too sensitive, too emotional, too intense, but what the world dismisses, the divine refines in the quiet. In the silence, when you are not being bombarded by external energies, your sensitivity does not disappear. It becomes clarified, focused, and incredibly acute. You learn, often subconsciously at first, to differentiate between your energy and the energy of others. You begin to feel the subtle nuances, the true vibrational signature of a person, a place, a situation, or even a thought form. This isn't just empathy. It's high-resolution energetic perception. While others might be swayed by appearances or words, your refined discernment, honed in the quiet crucible of your own energy field, allows you to feel the truth, the resonance, or the dissonance beneath the surface. You can sense intentions before they are spoken, feel the health or imbalance in a physical space, or know whether a message is truly aligned with light, regardless of how it's presented. This gift is unlocked in silence because it requires an incredibly clear, quiet internal space to calibrate and trust these subtle perceptions. The noise of the world is a constant source of miscalibration for this gift. In silence, your internal compass aligns, and your sensitivity becomes a powerful tool for navigating reality, discerning truth from illusion, and protecting your own energy field by understanding exactly what you are interacting with. This is a form of spiritual radar, and only those whose systems require the quiet can develop it to this profound degree. This refined discernment naturally leads to the second rare gift cultivated in your necessary silence. Gift number 2. Direct divine communication and unfiltered inner knowing. How does the divine source speak to its chosen ones? Not always through booming voices or dramatic visions, though those can occur. More often, it is through the still, small voice within. It is through flashes of insight, intuitive nudges, sudden clarity, or a profound sense of just knowing something without logical explanation. But this voice, this inner channel, is incredibly subtle. It cannot compete with the constant mental chatter, the external noise of media, opinions, fears, and distractions that dominate the lives of the many. Your need for silence created the perfect conditions for this sacred communication channel to open and strengthen within you. In the quiet, you began to differentiate between the voice of your ego, the echoes of societal conditioning, and the clear, pure signal of divine intelligence communicating directly with your soul. You received downloads of information, understanding of complex concepts, guidance for your path, and confirmation of your truth, all delivered in a way that bypasses the linear mind. This isn't just intuition as the world understands it. It is direct, unfiltered, sovereign communication with the highest realms. It is accessing the Akashic records of your own soul and the universal library of wisdom. This gift is unlocked because silence removes the competition. It allows the divine frequency to become audible within your consciousness. Think of your mind as a radio receiver. The world's noise is constant interference across all bands. Your solitude allowed you to isolate the specific high-frequency band reserved for divine transmissions. The longer you spent in that quiet space, the stronger the signal became, and the clearer your reception. You learned to trust the whispers, the nudges, the sudden knowing. This direct line to source provides you with infallible guidance, unparalleled wisdom, and the absolute certainty required to walk a path that often goes against the grain of the world. Only those who have embraced or been led into the quiet can develop this channel to its full, potent capacity. The third rare gift, intimately connected to enduring the solitude that often accompanies these profound internal shifts, is gift number 3, unshakable inner stillness and sovereign resilience. The chosen path is not one of ease, chosen one. It is a path of trials, tests, and transformations. It is a path that requires an inner fortitude that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. And where is this fortitude forged? Not in the comfort of crowds or the validation of the world, but in the crucible of your own soul, in the quiet confrontation with yourself, in the stillness where there is nowhere left to hide. Your periods of silence, particularly the challenging ones, forced you inward. They stripped away external crutches, the need for constant validation, the reliance on others for emotional support, the distraction of external entertainment. In that internal wilderness, you had to learn to rely on your own inner resources, to find your own center. You faced your shadows, your fears, your conditioning, not with external noise to drown them out, but with the quiet presence of your own being. This process, though often painful, built an inner core of peace and strength that is impervious to the storms of the external world. While others are tossed and turned by the winds of fear, opinion, and circumstance, you, having found stillness within the eye of your own internal storms faced in silence, possess an unshakable calm. This isn't about being emotionless. It's about having a sovereign center, a place of deep peace within you that remains undisturbed no matter what happens around you. It's the peace that passes worldly understanding, granted by the direct connection to the divine fostered in silence. This resilience isn't toughness. It's the flexibility and strength of a spiritual steel forged in the quiet heat of transformation. You learned you could survive, and even thrive, with nothing but your own soul and your connection to Source. This knowledge, gained in solitude, makes you fundamentally resilient and centered in a way that those who have always relied on external anchors can never fully comprehend or replicate. This gift is unlocked by facing the self in silence and discovering the divine presence as your constant, unwavering companion. As you cultivated this inner stillness and relied on direct divine communication, your very being began to shift. Your energetic field wasn't just calibrated. It was accelerated. This leads us to the fourth rare gift. Gift number 4, accelerated spiritual growth and light buddy activation. Think of the collective consciousness as a slow-moving river of relatively dense energy. Most individuals are moving at the speed of this river, their spiritual growth constrained by the collective current and the density of the shared vibration. You, however, have often stepped out of this river, into the quiet eddy pool of solitude or onto the solitary bank. In this space, away from the dragging density of the collective, your own energetic frequency has been free to accelerate. Silence provides the necessary bandwidth and energetic spaciousness for your soul to integrate light, information, and higher frequencies at an accelerated rate. It allows for the rapid dissolution of old programming, trauma, and lower vibrational residue, without the constant re-stimulation and reinforcement that occurs in dense environments. It is in the quiet that your light buddy, your energetic template for higher consciousness, receives the necessary upgrades and activations directly from Source, without interference. Have you experienced periods of intense, rapid internal change? Moments where old fears seem to vanish, where your perspective shifted dramatically overnight, where you felt your energy buzzing or vibrating. These are signs of accelerated growth and light buddy activation, processes that require immense energetic resources and a stable, quiet environment to integrate. In the silence, your energy wasn't being constantly drained by external interactions or battling discordant frequencies. It was free to be directed inward, facilitating profound healing, rapid karmic clearing, and the swift awakening of dormant spiritual DNA. You have covered lifetimes of spiritual evolution in these quiet periods, preparing you for the intensity of the frequencies now anchoring on the planet. This speed of integration, this ability to embody and ground higher light swiftly, is a rare gift, only possible when the constant external noise and density are removed. All of these gifts, the sharp discernment, the direct divine line, the unshakable stillness, the accelerated growth, converge to unlock the most powerful and crucial gift, the one that defines your purpose. Gift number 5. Pure soul alignment and manifestation of authentic power. The noise of the world is a powerful force of distortion. It tells you who you should be, what you should want, how you should live. It projects countless expectations, fears, and limitations onto your being. For many, this external programming becomes so deeply ingrained that they lose touch with the truth of their own soul, their unique frequency, their authentic power and purpose. Your periods of silence and solitude, while often feeling like a stripping away, were in fact a sacred process of purification. Away from the external voices, you were given the space to hear your own soul's voice, to feel your own unique vibration, to remember the truth of who you are beneath all the layers of conditioning. In the quiet, you confronted the parts of you that were living in alignment with external expectations and gently, or sometimes abruptly, began to shed them. You started to discern the difference between externally imposed desires and the deep, authentic longing of your soul. This process of pure soul alignment is the bedrock of true spiritual power. When you are fully aligned with the truth of your soul, connected directly to Source, centered in your inner stillness, and able to discern true resonance, your capacity to manifest your divine purpose becomes unparalleled. Your power isn't about force or control. It's about pure alignment. When your intention, your energy, and your actions are perfectly aligned with your soul's blueprint and divine will, you become an unstoppable force of creation and transformation. The universe conspires with you because you are no longer creating from egoic desire filtered through worldly noise, but from the pure, resonant truth of your divine essence, heard most clearly in silence. This authenticity, this pure alignment cultivated in solitude, is what gives your power its unique potency. You are not trying to be someone the world expects. You are embodying the truth your soul remembers. This embodiment is magnetic. It is transformative. It is the source of your unique influence and the key to fulfilling your sacred mission. This depth of alignment, this shedding of false selves and embracing of pure, authentic power, is a journey that demands quiet introspection, fearless self-confrontation, and unwavering reliance on the inner guidance cultivated away from the world's noise. It is the pinnacle gift of the chosen path, unlocked fully only in the deep resonance of silence. Chosen one, look back upon your journey. See the moments of isolation, the periods of withdrawal, the times you felt most alone, not as absences but as sacred invitations. Each one was an opportunity, divinely orchestrated, for you to step off the well-trodden path of the many and enter the sanctuary of silence, the sacred space where these rare and potent gifts could be unveiled within you. Your sensitivity was not a weakness. It was the raw material for unparalleled discernment. Your need for quiet was not an avoidance. It was the prerequisite for hearing the divine's voice. Your solitude was not emptiness. It was the forge for unshakable resilience. Your stepping away from the collective speed was not falling behind. It was accelerating your own unique evolution. And your discomfort with external noise was not a limitation. It was the path to pure soul alignment and authentic power. Do you see it now? Every perceived challenge on your unique path, every instance of feeling different, every period spent in the quiet, was meticulously designed to bring you to this very moment, to the cusp of fully recognizing and wielding the extraordinary gifts that reside within you. You are not broken, you are refined. You are not lost. You are precisely where you are meant to be. You were not abandoned in the quiet. You were being equipped. The world, lost in its noise, cannot understand these gifts. It may perceive your discernment as cynicism, your direct knowing as stubbornness, your stillness as aloofness, your accelerated growth as instability, and your authentic power as threatening. This is why the separation was necessary. You needed the silence to understand yourself, to trust these inner faculties, to integrate this higher frequency, before stepping fully back into interaction with the world on your terms, from a place of sovereign strength and clarity. You have undergone a profound metamorphosis in the chrysalis of solitude. The struggles you faced in those quiet times were not arbitrary. They were the necessary pressures to transform coal into diamond, to refine raw or into pure gold. Each period of wrestling with your inner landscape, each moment of seeking solace away from external chaos, was a step deeper into the unlocking of these rare gifts. You were learning to navigate by an internal compass, calibrated by divine truth, rather than by the fluctuating signals of the external world. This path of the chosen is inherently solitary at times because the lessons, the activations, the downloads are deeply personal and require an environment free from the projection and interference of others. Your energy field needed space to expand and stabilize at its natural higher frequency. The subtle vibrations of divine guidance needed a quiet channel to be received without distortion. The core of your being needed stillness to anchor its unshakable peace. Your soul's unique blueprint needed the freedom to unfold away from the pressures of conformity. And now, having cultivated these extraordinary gifts in the quiet, you are being called forth. You are being called to step into your power, not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence born of divine truth and inner strength. You are called to use your hypersensitive discernment to navigate the complexities of the world and see through illusion. You are called to rely on your direct divine communication, trusting the inner knowing that guides you infallibly. You are called to embody your unshakable inner stillness, becoming a beacon of calm in chaotic times. You are called to integrate your accelerated spiritual growth, anchoring higher frequencies wherever you go. And you are called to stand fully in your pure soul alignment, manifesting your authentic power for the highest good. The silence was not the end of your journey. It was the essential preparation phase. It was the training ground, the sacred school where you learn to hear, to feel, to know, and to embody the truth of your divine nature. You are emerging from the quiet not as the person who went in, but as the sovereign being you were always meant to become. The gifts are unlocked. They are active. They are potent. Understand the immense value of what you have gained in the solitude. While the world measures success by external acquisition and validation, you have been acquiring spiritual capital, inner strength, and direct divine connection, assets far more valuable and enduring. While others were striving for external approval, you were being approved by the divine source itself, guided and refined in the quiet spaces where only your soul and the infinite resided. The feeling of being different was not a burden, but the first hint of your inherent divinity and the necessity of your unique path. The loneliness was not emptiness, but the sacred spaciousness required for internal cultivation. Every challenge you faced in the quiet was a test designed to strengthen your connection to Source and reveal the gifts hidden within. Embrace the truth of your journey, chosen one. Do not regret the periods of solitude. Honor them as the sacred foundation upon which your power is built. Do not fear the world's misunderstanding. It is simply a reflection of their inability to perceive the higher frequencies you now embody. Do not shy away from your sensitivity. It is a finely tuned instrument of divine perception. You are ready. The silence has served its purpose. It has equipped you. It has calibrated you. It has revealed to you the rare and potent gifts that make you capable of fulfilling the mission you were sent here to accomplish. These gifts are not for your sole benefit. They are meant to be wielded in service to the light, to assist in the great awakening, to anchor higher frequencies on the planet. Your past struggles with feeling different, with needing space, with the overwhelming nature of collective energy. These were not signs of your weakness, but proof of your strength and the necessary conditions for the unlocking of your divine potential. The isolation was a cocoon, not a cage. The silence was a sanctuary, not an absence. Step forward now, chosen one, not into the world's noise to be consumed by it, but into the world from the place of inner stillness and sovereign power that you cultivated in the quiet. Let your discernment guide you. Let your inner knowing illuminate your path. Let your unshakable peace be your anchor. Let your accelerated light transform your reality. And let your pure soul alignment be the source of your boundless, authentic power. You are not alone now, even if your physical path remains distinct. You are connected to all who have walked this path of silence and emerged empowered. You are connected to the divine source in a way that is intimate and unwavering. You are connected to your mission with absolute clarity. The rare gifts are yours. They are unlocked. They are integrated. Trust what has unfolded within you in the quiet moments. Trust the voice you hear within. Trust the discernment you feel. Trust the stillness you carry. Trust the power that flows through your alignment. This is who you are. This is what you were prepared for. This is why you were chosen. Your silence was sacred. Your solitude was purposeful. And the gifts you carry are priceless. Go forth and embody the light you have cultivated in the quiet. Your time is now.